Check the baller, I got next. Whatever you thought of, I'm not pressed. I'm about to get called up. Thank God I'm blessed. Sunset ballers, damn I said. Yeah. This quick first step badge activated, finna go up. It's that man-to-man like.
I've been talking about the whole duck season thing. I want to see the top players guard the top players. I'm wondering if Sharife Cooper and Dior Johnson are gonna match up head to head. I'm curious to see this. I know Sharife wants that smoke. Let's see what happens on the other side.
McEachern in white, Mayfield in black. We are underway in the tip one, and Dior Johnson has it as they move right to left as you view it, Mayfair. Christopher, left wing three. It is no good. Rebound comes off, ripped off by Williams. McEachern on their opening possession with Sharife Cooper across the timeline. Worked on defensively by DJ Brown. A drive, Cam McDowell hit with traveling.
And this is going to be very interesting. The first few minutes, it's almost like a feeling out process here with both of these teams. Once again, Christopher with that shot looked like it was going in. It's going to be very interesting once they get into the flow, the cream that rises to the top, as we like to say.
Johnson goes baseline, floats it, hit the side of the backboard. Cooper with the rebound, and they'll push it in transition. Cooper right to the corner, and he's worked on defensively by DJ Brown. So he pulls a corner three, in and out. Rebound hit the floor, picked up, goes up. Randy Brady rolled off. Fight for it. Brady underneath, up, and a foul. So the McEachern Indians will try and get their first points of the day at the free throw line from Randy Brady.
And once again, we're talking about, we got the three headliners here, but once again, there's going to be some other guys that are going to have to step up on both these teams in order to get that victory here.
Brady first free throw is no good. Ryan Bowers, the senior, picked up the first foul, his team's first. Brady's second free throw is no good as well. Long three, in and out, no. He ripped down the glasses. Johnson back up, no. Fight for it underneath DJ Brown. They kick it back. Johnson to Brown, should be 3 seconds. They don't call it. Long right wing three by Shaheed is good. Elijah Shaheed, a three ball.
Well, you know what? That offensive rebound, stick back, miss, get it back out, kick it. Normally right in the rhythm for that three-point shot.
Ball is lost over there. Fight for it and come away with it. Into the contest now, number 10, Bobby Moore for the McEachern Indians. Number 10. Dior Johnson to Christopher. Down the lane, layup is no good. Rebound is ripped off by Moore. Moore head up now, gives it to McDowell. McDowell going to go baseline, spin, cut off by Brown. The shot is no good. They fight for the board. It goes out of bounds. Both teams still look unsettled.
You can expect this here the first couple minutes. Packed gym. I mean, for Mayfair, it's their first game of the season. For McEachern, it's their fifth.
Cooper goes baseline up, and it was foul as he drew the foul on the shot. Sharife Cooper will be going to the free throw line. The Gatorade Mr. Georgia Player of the Year. 2018-2019, he's going to the free throw line.
Sharife has a knack for what we call paint touches, and he's definitely a really good free throw shooter. That's something that he does on a regular basis. He can pad his stats all day long, get to that free throw line.
What do you think has been the main thing that he's worked on from last season to this season with all the accolades he had received?
The range on his jump shot. You're going to see him take a lot more threes from at least 2 to 3 feet, outside the regular three-point line. And he's making them.
Steal. Cooper comes away with it. Cooper pushing it on the break. Cooper contacting his foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Forcing the contact, Sharife Cooper. And he'll go to the free throw line after making his first two.
And that's what you have to do right there when you get out in transition. You got to put the pressure on the referees getting back. He does a great job. Keeps the ball in his left hand the whole way. Goes up with the left. Once again, getting to the line to shoot two.
His ability to use his left hand should inspire a lot more players, trainers, coaches to really talk to their kids, you know, also about, you know, using that offhand, you know, to score the ball. You know, the only other person in the pros really that plays like that is Kyrie Irving.
Well, I'm just going to tell you this right now. If you're going to play on the high Division I college level, you better use both hands.
Yeah,
Christopher. Out of bounds, it will be McEachern basketball. So Christopher unable to get it going from the field right now. Cooper quickly back this way trying to catch Mayfair sleeping. He drives, the left is no good. Williams on the board, he puts it up and he's fouled. So Mayfair now racking up the fouls. Fourth team foul on the Mayfair Monsoons, and at the free throw line, Keith Williams.
Well, one of the things that Mayfair needs to do is get back in transition defense. They kind of chilling.
Sharife will definitely take advantage of that. His ability to get into the middle of the court is something you don't see a lot of. A lot of times you see guys pushing the ball. It's always like a sideline fast break type of thing. But I also felt like that limited you as a point guard if you can't get into the middle and make decisions going right and left. Sharife Cooper definitely has the ability to do that.
One of the things I would do is probably try to push Sharife up even further to getting the ball and making him have to work 90 feet as opposed to him
denying him a little more. Yeah.
Williams missed both free throws, so McEachern as a team 4 of 8. There's a drive, no. Brown ripped down the rebound, he put it up, and a whistle. So Sharife Cooper 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and as a team, McEachern is 4 of 8. Brady has missed 2, and Williams has missed 2. DJ Brown now going to the free throw line for the Monsoons. DJ Brown, the senior. First free throw is good from Brown. Even ball game 4-all. Substitution now. Brown made them both.
Yeah.
Cooper on the attack, wasn't there. Step back, now spins it over. There's a drive, is knocked away from behind. Brady had it knocked away from behind.
This is going to be a long game for defenders. Trying to play him one-on-one.
Cooper is the trigger. Gets it in now to Bobby Moore. Moore, 2 hard dribbles and he's fouled. So Mayfair racking up the fouls. That's their 15th foul.
I mean, until they can get down and sit down and move their feet and defend, that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. I'm just going to keep loading up and trying to get to the paint, as you talked about earlier, Mark, getting paint touches and forcing the ref to make those foul calls.
Cooper working, foul, 16 foul, and that one will be on Christopher.
So this is how the game is going to go. They get into the 1-on-1 in the first quarter. They'll be in the bonus for the rest of the half. There's not much need to take a lot of jump shots.
They're going to be shooting free throws for the next 12 minutes and 42 seconds on every foul. Split them for Cooper. Brown now up ahead to Shahid. Shahid has the only field goal of the contest. He hit a 3 from that right wing to cut to Christopher. Back out now. Here's Johnson. A long 2. Johnson good. Dior Johnson a jumper.
Nice little inside-out pass from Christopher to Johnson right there for that deuce.
McDowell drives. He's fouled. A foul will be on the pass. It does not matter. Mayfair now is in the bonus with their 17th foul. McEachern will shoot the 1-and-1 and shoot free throws the remainder of the half. 4 minutes, 16 seconds to go in this first quarter.
The one thing we have to talk about with Josh Christopher, he's not going to force his offense. He's the kind of guy that can explode for 20 points in a quarter at will. So he's going to take his time, get his team in the flow of things, and he's going to let the game come to him. And when it comes to him, it's going to be exciting.
McDowell made the first one and makes the second one. 7-7 ball game, and McEachern does not have a field goal. Christopher goes up and scores. Josh Christopher on the drive, his first field goal.
That's too easy right there for him.
Brady goes up. He's fouled, and will go to the free throw line. Ryan Bowers has 3 fouls for Mayfair, and now Dior Johnson picks up his second. Christopher has 2 as well. DJ Brown has 2. Brady, free throw. Front iron, no. They didn't say that was a shooting foul? Okay. Brady struggling from the line, 0 of 3.
I thought I saw him put his hand up for 2.
Brady, free throw, no good. Chased down by Moore to McDowell, now to Cooper. Set fire, 3 on the way. Bottoms. Sharife Cooper, a 3-ball. First field goal, made field goal for the McEachern Indians. Christopher in the corner, open 3, Guillory, no good. Rebound off to Cooper. Cooper now going to push it in transition. Sharife Cooper to the front of the rim. Layup, no. Follow Moore, no. Follow Moore. It was knocked away. Brady comes away. They fight for it. Passes it out to McDowell, and they'll retreat it. McDowell now almost had his cookies taken by Christopher, who's chasing him. McDowell down low. Moore dunked it home.
This game's about to turn up. This game's about to turn up any minute now.
Back-to-back possessions with made field goals for the McEachern Indians. Open, Johnson, 3, no good. Karam's off. Brady gets the board. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Blocking foul call on Rodney Guillory.
At some point, Mayfair might have to go back and get in the 2-3 zone or a matchup or something.
That'll be a nightmare for them.
I'm just saying.
9th team foul called on Mayfair, and that is the second on Rodney Guillory.
I think it's smart that McEachern is not forcing up a bunch of threes.
Randy Brady is struggling from the free throw line. Up, count it, and the foul on the drive, Dior Johnson.
You had that little lull right there. They thought it was 2. It was really a 1-on-1. Johnson gets all the way down to 4 for the layup and a potential 3-point finish.
Randy Brady struggling from the free throw line, 0 of 5. Here's Johnson, his first trip to the line. It is good. He completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. We're in a 12-12 ball game. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Cooper across the timeline, worked on by Brown. Blows right by him. Into the paint, layup, no, and he'll go to the, guess what? The free throw line. 10th team foul called on Mayfair. Foul called on Rodney Guillory. That's his 3rd. Now, I'm just watching the body language of Coach Tony Davis. I don't know how many he brought with him, but, man, they've got a multitude of fouls, and we've only played almost 7 minutes. Go to the bench. Here comes James Claybrooks, a senior, will check into the contest. Number 1 for Mayfair in the Jordan Brand threads. Cooper, free throw is good.
It's kind of like the crowd's on their hands right now, waiting for something major to happen.
Christopher across the timeline, picked up by Cooper.
This is what I love about Sharife Cooper. He's down for all challenges.
Step back, Christopher forces it in and out. No, he didn't follow it. He got his own board. He goes baseline. He slashes it off. They spin it back to Johnson. Johnson whips it in the corner. Christopher, a corner 3. No good. He is off today. Now here comes Cooper. Cooper in transition. Cooper on his way below the free throw line. Drives, no. Follow, no. Out of bounds. It will go to Mayfair.
Randy Brady is having a slow day. That's all we can say right now. He's having a slow day.
I like his activity, though.
I do. I love it.
I like his activity on both ends.
He'll turn around.
Absolutely.
Johnson looks to make his move and now does and floats it short. No. Rebound chased in the corner. Jumper Shaheed. No. Fight for it. Rebound. Long lead passes intercepted by Christopher. And now they fight for it. And they're on the baseline. He comes away with it. Brady. And a timeout called. It is a 30-second timeout. The 30-second timeout call by the McEachern Indians and head coach Mike Thompson.
So as we wait for this thing to really start to take off a little bit here in regards to both of these teams, what are some of the things that you're seeing early on, Mark, overall?
The fact that no one can stay in front of Sharife Cooper. With Josh Christopher, I think once he hits one jump shot, I think that'll be a thing that revs him up. Also with Dior Johnson, we're not able to get anybody to stay in front of him as well. So it's going to come down to, it's going to be an interesting third and fourth quarter, I believe. I think with the delay in the game starting and so forth, I think that's the only thing that's slowing these kids down. It's about to turn up.
Out of the timeout, Bobby Moore bounces underneath. The shot was blocked at the rim. They tip, they fight for it, and now DJ Moore comes away with it. DJ Brown, in transition, running up off the window. Johnson. I like the way Dior Johnson now is on the attack. 5 points in the contest. He'll go to the free throw line. He's 1 of 1 on the day. Dior Johnson, originally out of
what state of New York?
Okay.
I wanted Mark.
Okay.
But played his high school ball where last year?
Well, he was at Findlay, then he left Findlay, and then he went to
Nevada. That was all I was saying.
Yeah, And he's supposed to go to Fairfax, and Fairfax messed up, so now he's here. But, I mean, he's well-traveled, well-documented. This is his 4th year playing varsity basketball, and he's only a sophomore. So this is a special kid.
Rattled home a 3 out of the quarter. Randy Brady, his first made field goal, his first made shot of any kind. 17-14. McEachern a 3-point advantage. DJ Brown is off. Cooper rebounding out of the guard spot and surveying as he comes into the full court with a left-hand dribble. He's going to go all the way. Layup, no. They can't get the rebound and the follow. They fight for it. And will we have a jump ball? Indeed, possession will stay with the McEachern Indians.
I mean, I know he's missed a couple layups. I just like how he's probing and getting down even lower and getting to the basket with that left hand.
We call this mouse in the house.
Clay Brooks trying to guard Cooper on that left block. He had his back to the basket. It's out of bounds, and the possession will stay with the McEachern Indians. Here's Cooper again. Cross-court pass. Open. Brady, 3, bottom line. Randy Brady with back-to-back 3 balls. He's warming to the task now, and the McEachern lead extends out to 6 under 35 seconds. Christopher, dunk.
Rock star.
Got right to his jump stop and dunked the basketball home.
Rock star status. That's what we came to see.
Here's Cooper. Worked on defensively now by Clay Brooks. Final 15 seconds. Cooper makes the move, drives, the contact, up and in. Count it, and the foul. It's a score and 1 more for Sharife Cooper.
This is Georgia basketball.
So Cooper with the drive and will go to the free throw line. He's had himself a pretty good first quarter. 13 points in the quarter. He completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Final shot coming up, final seconds. Here's Christopher. Christopher, a deep, long 3. No good. Rebound, McDowell, and that is the end of the first quarter. The McEachern Indians have a 23-16 lead on the Mayfair Monsoons. You're watching the Thanksgiving Shootout on SUVtv. Back inside Loving-Good Arena on the campus of McEachern High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. Joe Hilsman, Mark Edwards, and Lewis Preston in our SUVtv courtside seats. Sharife Cooper with 13 of the McEachern Indians' 23 points as they lead Mayfair 23-16. Josh Christopher with 4. Mark, started with you. First quarter thoughts.
The game started slow just because of the delay in the game. These kids are warming up. It's going to be a 100-point game. I see it.
Coach Preston, first quarter thoughts?
I thought it was very interesting how both teams probed each other out. Johnson playing really well for Mayfair right now. Sharife Cooper is doing his thing. So I'm curious to see some of the other guys that are going to need to step up for both of these teams.
Cooper makes his move and drives and scores. Sharife Cooper with 15 in the contest now.
If you score on Sharife Cooper, he is coming right back at you. And now look at him. Now he's guarding Dior Johnson.
Around the screen, Johnson below the foul line, floats it up good. Johnson is not about that life, though. He's got 12 points, and he wants all of that.
There is no duck season in this gym tonight. There's no ducking in this gym tonight.
Cooper worked on defensively now by DJ Brown. Stepped through a traveling violation called on Sharife Cooper.
We finally got the crowd into it now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Dior Johnson now hands it over to Christopher. Christopher across the timeline. The left hand dribble is belt high. Quick move. Spin below the foul line. Jump fading off. No. Board is swallowed up by the Indians, and here they'll come in transition. A 4-point lead for the McEachern Indians and a steal. The thievery by James Claybrook and blew the layup. McDowell gets it and the foul. Good theft by James Claybrooks, but could not finish on the other end, and the foul given will go shoot free throws as they are well over the limit. Foul on Claybrooks. His first. Team is over the limit. And Coach Tony Davis stands up and looks over it, just talks to him with the ref. The crowd is now beginning to come to life behind us, and we are in our SUVtv courtside seats with the student section right behind us. McDowell, first free throw, no good. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line today. The McEachern Indians coming in at 80.2 points per game offensively through the first 4 games of the season. McDowell, no good. Christopher on the glass for Mayfair. Knocked away underneath. Mayfair dunked it home as Josh Christopher.
This is what I like this kid, number 20. This kid is not running from competition. Oh.
Shot bothered and blocked.
He's checking Sharife Cooper full court. That's basketball, people. That's basketball. Uh-oh, something bad about to happen. Something bad about to happen. Oh,
Johnson, no, and the foul was called. So Dior Johnson drew the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. He has played with an edge, 3 of 3 from the free throw line today, and that'll be the 4th team foul on the Indians.
I need more teams from the state of California to come out here and play, because we got this debate going on. I think right now we run basketball around the country. So we need more of these games. We need more challenge games like this. I need Sierra Canyon to come out here next year. We want all the smoke you got to offer around the country.
Johnson free throw is good. Second one is good. So Dior Johnson right now bringing the hard hat. It is a 2-point lead for the McEachern Indians, and Sharife Cooper across the timeline. The belt high dribble. He's going to drive all the way, put it up off the window and score. Wow. Sharife Cooper, another drive. He has 17.
Tough finish right there.
Wow.
Great job right here. Tough finish.
Mayfair preseason number 2. St. John Bosco has that number 1 rep. But the interesting thing about Mayfair, they have 3 teams that they will face in that top 10. They go home and face Los Alamitos, who's got Caden Kent and David Okaneki. So they will be coming for them as well and going back and trying to defend that Division 2A title.
Nuggets. Got more nuggets to drop?
Claybrooks inbound, and Brown had to go back and chase it.
This kid is a show right here.
Johnson works around the screen, gets to the elbow, now pops it back out to Shaheed. Shaheed now, good ball movement in the corner. DJ Brown, a corner three bottom. DJ Brown, a corner three. He has 5 in the contest. 29-27.
The whole building's about to stand up right now. The whole building's about to stand up right now. Sharife Cooper going against, Josh Christopher.
Cooper air ball as he on a step through, and it's a turnover. 29-28, Mayfair trailing by 1. Josh Christopher has moved to the point guard spot.
This is
an opportunity to take the lead.
You gotta love Sharife Cooper. He's not ducking anybody. He's checking whoever is supposed to be whoever. Let's go. No duck season here.
Cooper working on Christopher. Christopher a long three, no. Rebound, long outlet pass to Cooper. Cooper's gonna catch it. Cooper goes up. It did not go. They fight for the rebound. It comes off, and now here's Johnson. Johnson's running. He's got Christopher on the alley. Rebound is going to be brought out. There's DJ Brown up. No. Fight for the board, and they bring it out, and it goes out of bounds.
Now let's give Cam McDowell his props. He just went up in the air, one of the highest jumping guys in the country. Wow.
Take a look at our SUVtv instant replay. The alley with no oop.
And he kept going up.
McDowell now will come across the timeline, worked on defensively by Claybrooks. McDowell on the drive, flipped it up with the right hand. That foul is offensive. Cam McDowell, turnover. 4:34 remaining in this second period.
We got people from all over the country listening right now. I got my man Kashif Pratt out there in New York City listening. I got guys in Cali listening. The whole state of Georgia is listening and watching on SUVtv. This is a game.
Christopher's pass almost was lost and out of bounds, but Brown saved it. Here's Johnson, worked on defensively by Brady.
Oh, wait a minute.
Trying to size him up. Step back, top side three, front iron. Did not get the roll. Rebound comes off to the Indians. They'll come in transition as we come up on 4 minutes. Cooper,
excuse me,
Euro stepping to the hoop, and he was fouled. So Sharife Cooper will go to the free throw line again.
Sharife has what we call a bag. His bag is full of things. Moves, shots, finishes.
But as he takes and makes that transition to the college level, the way he just came downhill right there, that's fine, right? I like to see more of that pull-up, Jay, 15 to 17 feet. You know why? Because it's going to save him from getting
those charges.
No, it's going to save him from getting hurt because you're going to be playing against some
grown men.
Yeah. You saw Dayton in Kansas, right? And the
grown men.
Yeah, exactly. And at the college level, you use that first one to make a statement.
Yes.
So.
Free throws are good from Sharife Cooper. Cooper, 10 of 11 from the free throw line in the contest. He has 19 points, 31 to 28. Not saying he might not get it, but he may drop 40 tonight.
I'm looking for 50.
Here's Christopher. Christopher now worked on defensively by Brady. They shut it off at the top, so DJ Brown pulls the three. It caroms off, and McDowell gets the board quickly up ahead to Brady. Brady going to hesitate, worked on by Claybooks. He drives up with the right hand and scores.
He's awake now.
Yeah, he's awake.
He's awake.
You said he got off to a slow start, but he was going to wake up at some point.
The scoreboard is jacked up to score, but they pushed it out now. It should be 33 to 28. 3:31 to go here in this second quarter. Joe Hilsman, Mark Edwards, Lewis Preston on our SUVtv courtside seats. And that will be Josh Christopher now going to the free throw line for the very first time.
I like how Josh Christopher likes to force the action, not settle for jumpers all the time. I'm looking for him to knock down some mid-range shots right now. That's what I'm looking for. That's a part of his game I'd love to see him, develop. Oh, the crowd is into it now.
Well, they're chanting overrated, and he chanted it as well while he was at the free throw line. He splits them.
He's a gamer.
He has 7 points in the contest. The scoreboard, though, is not right.
Uh-oh, here they go. Oh, wait a minute. Be careful, Josh.
Christopher working on Cooper. Cooper tries to attack the baseline and does. Christopher gets the rebound. Christopher with an elbow there that was not called. Now he's going to turn on the Jets and go to the hoop and had the cookies taken away from him. Christopher turns, short corner jumper. It is no good. He has struggled from the field in this contest. McDowell now bringing it downhill. McDowell all the way layup good. A Sunday stroll, Cam McDowell right down the lane.
He did a great job of keeping his head up on the dribble, surveying everything, and was able to get it all the way to the basket.
Open three. Claybrooks, no. Out of bounds. There has to be an error with the scoreboard across the way now. And I think now we're going to have them take a look at it. The officials now get together.
So just a message to all the kids out there watching this program. You guys got to work on your jump shot. You got to work on your shooting. You could be as athletic as possible, but unless you can shoot the basketball, when you go to college, it will not happen for you. This is a shooter's game. There's too much length. There's too much athletic ability out here for young kids to think they're just going to stroll to the basket in college. You got to develop that now.
A full timeout was called by Mayfair. They have adjusted it. It is 35-29. And this timeout brought to you by SUVtv. Watch SUVtv whenever and wherever you want. Streaming live and on demand. The SUVtv app is available on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. You can also visit thesuvtv.com to watch full game broadcasts, replays, and select original content. The SUVtv.com.
It's been very interesting to see the back and forth that's going on. Sharife Cooper's once again showing you why he's one of the premier guards in the country. Really liking the Dior Johnson. Christopher's going to be fine and everything, but once again, Randy Brady has stepped up for McEachern. It's going to be interesting to see who's that other guy or two that can step up potentially for Mayfair. They want to stay in this game.
Cooper passes in the corner out of the timeout, and it is a turnover. And now we'll see, they'll say it was deflected by Mayfair, so it will be McEachern basketball. Claybrooks, Christopher, Shaheed, DJ Brown, and Devin Lane, the five on the floor for the Monsoons of Mayfair. McDowell spins, lost his footing, knocked away, and a steal. Christopher in transition, dunked it home and missed it home. Claybrooks had it knocked away from behind. Christopher in the corner, three ball, good. Wow. Josh Christopher.
You see where he took off from?
Yeah.
I saw him miss it too.
I thought he was going to have to finger roll that.
35-32, 2 minutes to go. Cooper lost it. Jump ball. McEachern basketball. Coach Thompson is upset as he's giving instruction to McDowell and to Brady. 35-32, 1:58 to go second quarter. And they're giving it to Mayfair. The possession was to Mayfair. And now they change it and say the possession goes to McEachern.
This is the stuff that drives me crazy.
Agree. Inbound, looking into Cooper. One dribble, turns front of the rim, good. He's got 21.
Now that's too easy right there. I don't care who you are.
5-point game. Claybrooks working with it now. To Lane. To Christopher. Worked on by Brady. Christopher, jumper, no good, never follows his shot. Rebound comes off, here's Brady. Brady on the break, Brady goes up. Christopher, meet me at the rim. No, a foul call on Josh Christopher, his third foul.
Wow.
That's an easy foul call, y'all.
His athletic ability is through the roof.
Game on the block. Yeah, got him on the body. I think I would have let that go, though, Coach Preston.
I'll let it go. Let him play.
3 fouls now on Christopher. Brady at the free throw line. That's his first made free throw of the day.
I'm talking to two dudes that play below the rim. So, no, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with y'all now.
Back iron, split them. Rebound underneath. That shot was bothered and blocked by Christopher. Now note Christopher has 3 fouls. Claybrooks now gives it to Lane. Lane goes baseline, little teardrop floater, no good. Bobby Moore gets the board. Moore coming back quickly this way. Goes behind the back. 70 seconds. Moore now back out to McDowell. Now to Cooper on the McEachern logo.
Got to be careful right here. You can pick up a fourth.
Cooper drives. Left-hand lay is good. You had to let him go.
You got to.
Lead pushed out to 8 now. Cooper with 23. drive, short. Rebound comes off to the Indians, and here's Cooper. With 45 seconds, Coop downhill. Cooper all the way, layup, no. Rebound underneath, fight for it. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul will be on Mayfair and DJ Brown, his third. So Brown with 3, Gilroy with 3, Christopher with 3. Mayfair in all kinds of foul trouble.
They got some more players on the bus.
They better suit the coach up.
And now Tony Davis still may have some game left now.
Yeah. Nah.
Cooper.
Nah, if you're trying to check Sharife Cooper.
Free throw.
Sharife will tear that man's ACL.
Good. Both of the free throws are good. Cooper with 25 in his first half.
That's a show.
Christopher across the timeline with 32 seconds. Goes around the screen. Picked up defensively by Brady. A bevy of dribble moves. Spins it to the right side. Now here's a pull-up jumper from 15. Hill of the rim, no good by Shaheed. Rebound to Moore. And they'll hold for one shot now as DJ Brown comes and picks up Cooper as he crosses the timeline. Cooper lost it. Christopher pulls up for 3 to beat the horn, and it will not count. An entertaining first half that sees the McEachern Indians have a 42-32 lead over the Mayfair Monsoon. Sharife Cooper with 25 points. Timeout. These words right here. The SUVtv.com.
Check the ball up. I got next. Whatever you thought of, I'm not pressed. I'm about to get called up. Thank God I'm blessed. Sunset ballers, damn I said. Yeah. This quick first step badge activated, finna go up. It's that man-to-man like
forcing the referees to make calls. So you got to make some adjustments here. Whether it's a matchup, whether it is a straight 2-3, I don't care, a 1-2-2, whatever you want to call it. They've got to keep them out of the paint here in the second half.
But I guess that's from a coach's perspective and a winning perspective. I love the fact that they came out here and they said, we're going to play man-to-man defense and we're going to let these guys, settle this on the court. I can respect that as well.
And I don't mind that, Mark. Tactically, that's understandable. But now you got to adapt.
Yeah, you got to win. Try to win.
Johnson and Mayfair move left to right as you view it in the black threads with the white numbers. And Johnson attacks, no. Rebound comes off inside to Bowers, who goes up and could not get it to score. Keith Williams on the glass for the McEachern Indians. Williams, Cooper, McDowell, Brady, and Moore, the 5 that started for the Indian zone defense from Mayfair with Johnson, Brown, Christopher, Shaheed, and Bowers on the floor for the Mayfair Monsoons. In the corner, Randy Brady, 3-ball, rattles out, rebound, skied for and brought down by Dior Johnson. Johnson gets it up ahead to Christopher. Christopher on the attack, now parallels and spins it to the left side. Shaheed, a 3 on the way, it's no good. Rebound off to Cooper. Cooper in transition, stops, pop a shot, 3-ball, no. Both teams starting slow in this second half as well. Shaheed on the break. Up ahead to Johnson. Johnson circles to the middle. It was blocked by Williams. He gets the board. He leans in. It's blocked again by Williams. And then Williams lets him know something and goes and claps in his face. Keith Williams had to spend some time on the bench there in that first half, but now comes in immediately in the second half and gets a block. And McEachern wants possession of the basketball and will get it.
They're right. It was off Mayfair.
Josh Christopher last season, 25.5 points per game, 6.5 boards, 3.5 assists, and shot it at a 46% clip. Has struggled in the season opener right now for Mayfair. They work it around. Bobby Moore, the jumper, no. Skying for the board is Christopher. Christopher going to push it and go behind the back. He has 3 fouls. Took contact, goes up and scores.
You want to know when he gets low and he starts with that power move, you know who he reminds me of? I'm going way back on y'all now. Brian Reese used to play in North Carolina.
Time. New York City legend. Yes, sir.
Cross-court pass to McDowell. McDowell now top side to Brady. 3 on the way, stripped the net. A 3-ball from Randy Brady.
Yeah, Riverside Hawks, man. I remember that guy.
Randy Brady, that's his third 3, isn't it?
It is his third triple, indeed. 45. .34. Coming up on 2 minutes gone by. 6:07 exact in this third quarter. Jim now back has a restless feel to it just a little bit. Johnson in the corner, pulls the three. It was deflected. Bowers rebounded it back out to Johnson. He's worked on defensively by Brady. Step back, 16-footer, front iron, foul. Foul will be on Brady, his second, team's first, and at the free throw line will be Dior Johnson. Johnson, a very positive day from the free throw line so far. He's 5 of 5, 6 of 6.
I'll tell you one thing, for it being quote-unquote Black Friday, when you're supposed to be shopping,
They watching the game here.
It's basketball Friday.
Yeah, this basketball season for us in Georgia.
45-36 lead now at 9. Cooper into the forecourt. Zone defense. Coach Tony Davis now. And Coach Preston, you knew he was going to have to do something. The pass knocked away. He knows what he's doing, though. He has a CIF championship. He has a CIF Coach of the Year in his 13th year. 26-7 last year. Lost to Chino Hills. And Chino Hills went on to win the CIF last year. Inside, Williams, no good. Rebound ripped off by Christopher, who's running it in transition. Christopher had it knocked away from behind. They fight for it on the floor. Bobby Moore call. He's calling a timeout, Mr. Ref. Mr. Ref is looking at the bench versus looking at the player. He already has on glasses. Is Lynn Crafters open today? Oh my goodness. We're sitting 7 feet from him, and they called timeout, and he did not give it to him. Christopher, 3, bottom.
Should have been an and one.
Yeah.
I do not believe what I just saw that the ref didn't see. Brown gets the board.
Joe Buck. Old Joe Buck. I like it.
He turned and looked at the bench, and the player is in his face saying timeout. Rebound back tapped out now to Shaheed. Shaheed steps into a left wing 3. It hill of the rim, no. Rebound hit the floor, and now Brady gets it. Gives it to Cooper. Cooper with 25 in the contest. In the corner, McDowell, 3-ball. It is off. Moore, the rebound, goes up strong, count it, and the foul. Bobby Moore, his second field goal, and he'll go to the free throw line for his very first time today. It is now an 8-point lead.
He's giving them some extra hustle points and extra energy right there. That's about his third or fourth offensive rebound so far in this game.
Free throw is good, so he makes the 3-point play. He led them in scoring the other night with 18 points. They have victories over Berkmar, South Cobb. They put up 101 points on North Paulding and have a victory over Pebblebrook. Nationally, they have Marshall coming up, Mount Verde, Hoop Hall, and the City of Palms. Drive, took contact, a traveling violation, too many steps on Dior Johnson. One interesting fact, Mark Edwards, I didn't know if you knew this or not, but Sharife Cooper, if he goes down and just hits his average at City of Palms, he will become the all-time leading scorer in City of Palms history.
Oh, wow.
3-ball, Brady, no good. Rebound to Christopher, outletting. Here comes Johnson. Cooper's going to challenge him, and a foul call. You realize who you're sitting beside, right?
The man with the nuggets.
I don't think you know.
The man with the nuggets, apparently.
At the free throw line now will be Dior Johnson. Free throw is good from Johnson. We want to welcome everyone across all the platforms of SUVtv into Loving Good Arena as Dior Johnson makes both free throws. He has been a very, very bright spot for the Mayfair squad.
I really like him, how he plays.
Young sophomore, 48-41. It's a 7-point McEachern Indian lead. McEachern in the white. They're moving right to left as you view it.
I think they're going to play. They're going to sit in this zone for the rest of this quarter, and then fourth quarter comes, they're going to let them run.
Well, Dior Johnson just picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah.
And Bowers has it too. Cooper now drops a triple. His first field goal here in the second half, Sharife Cooper. 10-point lead now, largest lead of the day for the McEachern Indians. Shot the passing lane, Cooper, and could not get the steal.
I will give Sharife this credit. I know people have questioned him on defense, but he stepped up to the challenge. He's guarded Josh Christopher. He's guarded Dior Johnson. He's guarding whoever comes his way.
So here's something you can't teach, right? Did you see the explosion off of his 2 feet for that 17-foot jump shot?
Yeah, that's because he starts low.
That's genetics.
Yeah.
Foul will be called on Rodney Gilroy. That'll be his 4th. So Johnson has 4, Gilroy has 4, Bowers has 4, Christopher has 3.
Wow. You're bringing back bad memories on Hawks Naismith.
Bobby Moore free throw is good. 91 free throws in a basketball game. I don't think Mark Edwards even just heard what I said.
He didn't.
Nah, I ain't heard nothing you said. I'm ignoring it.
That means he heard exactly.
Hey, they got
Angel Hernandez, a senior now, checks into the contest, number 24 for Mayfair.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
He picking up on Williams, Johnson, and Christopher, along with Shaheed and Brown, the 5 on the floor for Mayfair. Drive by Johnson, and he was fouled on the shot, so they're going to try and attack. They have 3 team fouls now, each side. This foul will be on Braden Sparks, who's checked in, young sophomore who got some quality minutes at points during the last season run of 32-0 for the McEachern Indians. Last season for Mayfair, 26-7, as I mentioned. A very good run. Over the last 2 years, Josh Christopher right at 20 points per game, 6 boards, 3 assists, and 3 steals in the last 55 games.
Needed those 2 free throws right there by Johnson. Oh, boy.
Cooper's pass was knocked away, out of bounds.
You know, I talked earlier about Quanzo Martin being here. Got Rashard Burno down there.
So this is the Lewis Preston portion of the broadcast where he does, you know, like your celebrity role.
I mean, you know, assistant at Arizona State.
I love it, Coach. I was kind of just trying to give you a sponsor there some kind of way.
I appreciate it. With Tyson, Holly Farms, one of them want to sponsor that. We good. My number's on the website.
It is. Bobby Moore going to the free throw line. Moore is 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and he has 7 points.
He's doing all the dirty work.
Exactly.
McEachern's going to need to win this game.
This is the kind of game, if you're Coach Thompson, you go back and look at it, and you go back and look at every single offensive rebound that Bobby Moore has, something positive's happened in regards to every time he's got an offensive rebound.
Yeah, he's what we call a glue guy. You need him in the game. He's going to make winning plays. He's going to make hustle points.
Largest lead for the Indians is 12 and a turnover. Sparks up ahead to Cooper. Cooper running, drives up the window and scores. So Sharife Cooper now has 30.
He's got a chance to get that 50-piece.
Wow. Dior Johnson flies and scores.
You got to keep him on the radar, huh?
Yeah. Long 3, Cooper, no good. Christopher swallows up the board. Christopher now on the attack. Had it taken away. Brady was going for it. That's back-to-back possessions. He's almost came up with the cookies. Johnson, a deep 23-footer. No good. Rebound comes off the Sparks. 2 minutes to go, third quarter, 12-point game, and Cooper's in transition. Cooper all the way, flipped it up. It did not go. Big Hernandez gets the board off the bench, had it taken away, hits the deck, and goes out of bounds.
Big Hernandez.
It has been back-to-back 20-plus win seasons for Tony Davis. 26-7 last year, 21-8 prior to that, but he has had 8 20-win seasons in his previous 12 years at Mayfair.
I want to see more of these California teams come out here in Georgia compete. That's what I want to see. My man Marcus Graz out there, I know he's listening to me. He said I'm capping. He says, you know, I'm just talking junk here. You know.
What do you think is the major difference? I have my opinion, but since we are national, I am being very neutral.
I'm not.
You're not, but I mean, there's still some good ball that comes out of California.
There's some great ball out
but
of
I
California.
think pound for pound,
pros.
right now, they're struggling.
They got the most pros all time and currently.
The state is big as the whole East Coast.
They do occupy the entire coastline over there. Yeah, I will say that.
Falls off no good. Now let me stop. I'm working with Mark Edwards. It's getting me out of my professional form. As Cooper goes on the attack and is fouled.
There's been some great, I mean, during my coaching days, I don't think there was a better California team than modern day out of Santa Ana.
Nah.
Consistently.
No.
Still consistently.
Yeah. Crenshaw High School.
That's it.
Crenshaw High School.
Another great one.
Coach Willie West.
Another great one.
Coach Willie West. That was my guy.
Another great one as well. Gary McKnight with his numerous wins and championships, as well as high-level college players and pros.
Cooper makes both free throws.
I need somebody from the West Coast to tell me what high school in California has the most pros. I wonder who has that kind of clout.
That's a good
bring
question.
That up? Somebody tweet me.
That's a good question.
At M. Edwards B. Ball.
Well, Mayfair has Josh Childress, former Stanford and Atlanta Hawk.
Really?
He came from Mayfair.
McEachern. Who does McEachern have? Well, Josh Smith went here for a minute.
Yes. Did not graduate from here, but went here. Johnson, free throw good.
Ended up going to Oak Hill, if I remember.
That is correct.
By the time he left here, he was already on his way.
Played a lot of his pro ball right here in the city. 3 out of the corner. Sparks, no. Rebound ripped off of the glass. Good job. Back up and in by Bobby Moore. We just talked about him. Hard hat lunch pail, Bobby Moore.
That glue guy.
Yeah.
Christopher on the attack. The foul is offensive, and that will be his third foul.
Oh, really?
Wait. Are they going to change it?
Yeah. They're going to call a block.
They're going to call a blocking foul on Bobby Moore instead. And that is not going to go over well with Coach Mike Thompson. Coach Mike Thompson upset, beat red, wanting an explanation as to why. And is not agreeing with the explanation given to him from the referee.
Sharife Cooper got 34, and we still got another quarter to go.
I'm looking for that 50 ball. I'm looking for that 45. My man Kashif in New York, he says Sharife should end with about 45. I'm looking for that elusive 50 ball out here. That's what I want to see. The last guy I've seen score baskets like this, as far as a guard, well, the last two, Colin Sexton would score the ball really well, and then my man Ryan Harrow, he lit the state of Georgia on fire his last 2 years. He would regularly hit you for 45, 47. Who else out there from Georgia do we remember as far as guards in the past 10 years? That
Lou Williams.
Lorenzo Brown.
Ant-Man.
Lorenzo Brown.
Yeah, Low Brown. That's baby brother right there.
Anthony Edwards.
He's lighting up college basketball right now. I don't think people believed that he was going to be that good. Because I can remember the ESPN guy, Mike Smith, coming on talking about the number 1 pick in the draft is going to be LaMelo Ball after seeing him play for 1 week. College basketball hadn't started yet, and then they got a little Ant-Man. 33 points in 1 half. I've never seen that kind of performance in a college game per 1 half. And I watched Lenny Bias do it. Talk to me, Coach.
First of all, man, if you ever go mention Lenny Bias around me,
hey,
he put the special in special.
Yeah, that was my hero.
I still remember my brother coming in and telling me when he had passed away, I didn't believe him. I rolled over and went back to sleep. Had to see it on the news. You know what? It took the Celtics 20 years to recover from that, too.
That's right, because I remember Larry Bird said he would go to rookie
training
camp if they drafted him. Oh, my.
Turnover. Combine that with Reggie Lewis.
Absolutely. And it really did take them 20 years to get back to where.
Hey,
they were synonymous.
You know what it took. It took Malden, South Carolina, and Kevin Garnett. That's what it took. That defensive stalwart inside, tip in good from Josh Christopher.
Well, we got to give Paul Pierce his due too. He held it down until they can get those goons in there.
Why they gotta be goons?
Kevin Garnett's a goon. I don't care what you say. He's a goon. He's
Free
scary.
throw. No good. He's just like that. He got it from Springfield Park in South Carolina. Layup, up and in good. Bobby Moore. Check it. Brady. Randy Brady.
Whoa.
Turnover. And that'll be the end of the quarter. So the McEachern Indians hold a 65-51 lead over the Mayfair Monsoons. The fourth quarter is coming up next right here. The SUVtv.com.
Add a little sugar, honeysuckle and a great
Just get on the bread and you mix low and stay low, right? Whatever you're doing now, make sure you sit down. Yeah, sit down, shoulders high. Now when you come off the bread, say you get to the point of contact when you're about to change, that's how low you need to be. Boom, and then you're gone.
These are the makings of you.
We welcome you back. We welcome you back to the Thanksgiving Shootout inside McEachern High School, Powder Springs, Georgia. Loving Good Arena. Joel Hillsman, Mark Edwards, Lewis Preston. As the fourth quarter is underway, the McEachern Indians have a 14-point lead, now make it 16, as going baseline is Randy Brady.
And I'll tell you, Randy Brady did get off to that slow start, but just like you said, Mark, he has heated up and he has been consistent for them. A solid 14 points for him.
And after that deuce, give him 16.
16.
3 is no good. Now here comes Cooper. Cooper pushing it in transition. Cooper, Spinderella goes up, and the shot was sent away by Elijah Shaheen. Sharife Cooper with 34 points, leading all scorers currently at the moment. That's the expensive seats. Got to catch that. Turnover. Braden Sparks is into the contest now. DJ Brown is in, and now here's Dior Johnson back in. He sat out the last few moments of that third quarter in foul trouble from the first half. Shaheed rattles home a 3.
And that's how he started the game, if mine serves me correctly.
You are correct. 13-point game, a minute gone by here in the fourth and final frame.
Just like we talked about earlier, they had no choice with their foul trouble to have to go 2-3 zone.
Dumped it off inside, and he was fouled. So Jens Rickert fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
Who's that foul on?
Christopher.
Okay.
So now we got an online debate going on.
Oh, boy.
They're saying that Kemba Walker's Maui Invitational performance was better than Anthony Edwards. I don't know about that, Coach.
I'm going to agree. You know why?
Really?
Anthony Edwards lost the ball game. They didn't win, man. They did not win. They were down 28. It should not have been down 28. 33 in the second half was great. He's pulling those 3. You're down that many points. They lost. Can we still say it's about winning and losing? Christopher 3, nice. Good.
I've been saying that, but I have my own theory in regards to that, and it's not player related.
There's another 3 by Cooper, in and out. Rebound off to Christopher, and then a 3-pointer to beat Chaminade at the horn.
Chaminade plays tough in their tournament. They beat Virginia back in the days when they had Ralph Sampson, and they were *1 in the nation.
Chaminade is 8-97 in that tournament.
As long as they beat you at a Division I level, it counts. Another nugget. So the Nuggets.
I mean, how many people can pull out 8 and 97?
Christopher 3 is no good. Rebound is ripped off by Rickard in the corner. That's why when you sit here and say Sharife has got 30 or 40 or 50, I know they've won.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time he had 30 or 40 and they lost.
Well, he's never lost in this building, so you're definitely
I'm talking about period. This building, that building, wherever it's 95 feet and 10-foot baskets, lay up good inside Sharife Cooper.
Big buckets and a victory is definitely appreciated more than.
Mark Edwards has officially got my text line on fire.
That's what I'm here for, man. Start the conversation. It's about the conversation.
Well, see, I can't say that because I'm going to fall into that with you, and I'm trying to give a national perspective. I'm not going to get in that back and forth with you, but I know about the WCAC, and I'm going to leave it right there.
I know way too much about it.
And then the Chicago Public League.
Well, let's talk.
Come on, man. I can go with Whitney Young. I can go with Morgan Park. I can take them anywhere.
When you say the WCAC, is that a private school league?
Yes.
Okay.
We still talking about basketball though. Don't start splitting them hairs with me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a different conversation when you bring that kind of league in there.
Understood.
Public school versus private school is a different conversation.
Okay. You are correct.
Just like prep school versus public school is a different conversation.
That's what makes Georgia a special state overall, is because of the infrastructure of the public schools is still very, very strong. If you want to play top basketball in the DMV, you really got to play WCAC. We understand that. So if you go public or private, there is not a private team in the state of Georgia that's going to leave this state and go hang with any of the privates in California, Illinois, Indiana, New York, or that the DMV. None in football or basketball, period. Georgia private schools are not on that level of those other private schools. Public school-wise, in some of those areas, they cannot touch Georgia. So don't start that debate. But if I want to play basketball, I'm going to take Gonzaga. I'm going to take Paul VI.
It becomes a social issue in the fact
that
some of these schools in Georgia won't allow that many athletes to come in just for being athletes. But in WCAC, you're going to get guys on the basketball team that look like us.
We're going to have to continue that debate right now versus that 2-2-1. Bobby Moore did a great job of splitting it, getting to the basket with a nice lay-in.
72-59. I'm sorry. I tried for 4 quarters.
Trying to hold it in. Don't hold it in.
At the free throw line now will be Josh Christopher, who's up to 24 points. But in essence, he's had to work very hard for those 24 points. Free throw good. I think that's the one thing, though, that that's Dior Johnson. He's got 24 as well. I think that's one of the things, though, you can start seeing. I think that's what makes the national events that much more better, is because, especially in basketball, not so much in football, but in basketball, because you can get some of those head-to-head matchups or some of those matchups to kind of see where you are. Like South Carolina, Dorman, they've got 3 straight championships. Dorman, you're not going to win state championship in Georgia. Keenan is very good. We're going to get to see them Bojangles bash in another event. South Carolina has good basketball, but it's not right there. Then in North Carolina, you can talk about, we'll see Maradi and Prep this year. Okay, Greensboro Day is always known for something. Wesleyan Collegiate Day has always been very good. Free throw good from Sharife Cooper. Cooper now with 37.
I think that perspective, even becomes even better when we put McEachern in the conversation, because they're able to play against prep teams from around the country like the IMG or, Oak Hill or whatever, and still win those games. And they're a public school.
Traveling violation.
He held his foot. That's a bad call.
I thought he had enough glue on the bottom of the shoe.
He had plenty of glue.
Let's see what the replay says.
Yeah, you don't even have to look at the replay. I wouldn't have traveled.
Oh, they're playing defense now.
Steal, layup, DJ Brown over the front of the rim. DJ Brown. 73-63, 4:45 to go. Sparks has it, and now they bring it over back to Sparks. Him and McDowell playing pitch and catch. Bobby Moore caught it, went to the hoop and scored. Bobby Moore. An athletic move from Bobby Moore.
Wow, I did not see that in the repertoire right there.
The glue guy. Oh.
Jump stop, drive, Johnson good with 4:24 remaining in this fourth quarter.
He's impressive to me.
Yeah.
28 in the contest now. He has 28. Christopher has 24.
Oh. He's only 15
Almost a
years old.
steal.
Oh.
Possession out of bounds will be to the McEachern Indians.
With all that being said, it's a 10-point game now.
Very much so. 75-65 as we come up on 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
That's an easy call.
The foul count's a lot even right now. It's 9-8. So it's a different game right now.
Instead of taking and reaching right there on that ball screen, just move your feet, get it about a 60-degree angle and try to push him back to half court, right? You can't get too far up at 90 degrees because he's quick enough to split you. You can't have it too open to where you can go around two of you and then all of a sudden he's playing 4-on-2, right? I mean, it's just some simple things right there in regards to that Mayfair is going to continue to work on. Beautiful move.
Wow.
Interesting. I'm telling you, he has that Brian Reese gear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the move he just made.
That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Brian Reese from back in the day.
Christopher completes the three-point play. Oh, get that shot out of here. Cam McDowell with a block. Get that shot out of here. James Ruco with the block. The basket is password protected by the McEachern Indians. 77-68 with 3:37 to go.
We got athletes out here in the state of Georgia. That's one thing we have.
Jumper. Johnson, no. Board. McDowell, he swallowed it off the glass, and here they come with 3:28 to go. Up ahead, Bobby Moore, attack and a foul called on Christopher, and that will be his fourth foul.
I wouldn't even jump for that one because he was already too far underneath the basket.
One of the things that Coach Davis talked about going into the season with Christopher, he thought, especially last year before the playoff run, that he became more vocal and he became more of a positive example. We'll see how the season develops this season for them if he'll be able to do that.
Bobby Moore got a very quiet 16.
Bobby Moore has brought the hard hat lunch pail today. Missed the free throw. He split that one. Rebound comes off the Shaheed. 78-68. I know it's a 10-point ball game, but this game just has McEachern all over it. Christopher floats it in good. Steal. Crawford. Save to Gilroy. Knocked away out of bounds. I just don't know. I don't want to harp on this, but I think the early foul trouble so early in the game, first 5 minutes, you kind of have to go away from what you want to do or your game plan or your scout report as you went into it, right, Coach Preston?
No, I totally agree with you on it, but I think one of the things that Mayfair, believe it or not, has done they've adjusted. And they've made some adjustments between changing up defenses and everything to where it's an 8-point game with just under 3 minutes to go, which is, that's not that point. This could have been a 20-point game very easily. So I tip my hat to them for that. Randy Brady, Bobby Moore, we knew what Sharife Cooper was going to do when he got out here. So he's lived up to the hype. But I've been very impressed with those two guys with their lunch pail mentality. When they go back and look at this game, Mark, those two combined have probably given them anywhere from 10 to 14 extra possessions.
Definitely. We have to credit the Mayfair coach for basically using his entire bench. Every single person over there has played.
Because I thought at one time I was going to have to suit up.
This timeout brought to you by SUVtv. You take a look at our SUVtv instant replay. Watch SUVtv whenever and wherever you want. Streaming live and on demand, the SUVtv app is available on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. You can also visit thesuvtv.com for full game broadcasts, replays, and original content. Bobby Moore again with the hoop.
Josh Christopher has a quiet 32, if we can say that.
80-73. Cooper now with 41. Christopher and Cooper, and the showtime back and forth one-on-one continues. 2:16 remaining.
Question. What position does Josh Christopher play in college?
I think there are certain players out there that are positionless. I just think you have to put him in different positions to where he can take and attack you and get downhill for right now. If you go back and look at his jump shot a little bit, as he's taking that jump shot, his body's swaying back and forth. Once he gets accustomed and comfortable with that explosion straight up and down at the height, I mean, in a sense, it'll be game over. But I think you can put him in a variety of different spots. I like to see how his true ball handling ability is overall.
Yeah.
Cooper underneath goes up, and it was blocked by Christopher. Christopher running the break. They're trailing by 7, trying to make one last push. Teardrop float, no. Johnson got the rebound, no. They tip it, and Christopher comes away with it. 2 minutes to go. Christopher pulls a left wing 3. Back iron, no. Rebound to Brady. Brady now gives it over to Cam McDowell. McDowell crosses the timeline. McDowell gonna drive, put it up. Blocking foul call. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up.
I think you just gotta let that one go.
Well, at one point they were not here, so they're letting us know they are here. Cam McDowell, as now the crowd begins to head for the exits. At the free throw line, Cam McDowell has 4 points on the day. Make it 5, and he's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 83-75, an 8-point lead, which McEachern has kept it right there. 7 to 12 points in this second half.
They've kept it far enough away to where you just didn't think that Mayfair could make that run to get back into it. Although Mayfair, to me, has done a great job here in the second half of
Arm's
giving
length.
themselves an opportunity. It's a great way to put it. And you know what? That's what champions do. They keep you at arm's length. They keep you at arm's length.
$80 seconds to go. 84-75. And remember, SUVtv is your home for all of the greatest high school basketball and grassroots basketball. Holiday hoops giving continuing. And the Thanksgiving shootout will continue here. Sharife Cooper misses the free throw.
Looking at these stat lines, we got to point out that, this team came all the way from California to come out here and play the day after Thanksgiving, and they still put up a fight. Josh Christopher with 34 points. Not enough for Sharife Cooper's 41, but, definitely an admirable, performance.
Drive, float by Johnson, no. Johnson got the board and put it back up, no. Rebound. Mayfair showed a lot of fight. Yep. It's a team that I wouldn't want to mess with once they get under their skids. Remember, this is their first game of the year.
Exactly.
Let's not forget that at all.
Yeah. I'm not forgetting that at all. And I'm like, I think they have such a high.
Check the ball up. I got next. Whatever you thought of, I'm not pressed. I'm about to get called up. Thank God I'm blessed. Sunset ballers. That my set. Yeah. This quick first step badge activated, finna go up. It's that man to man like.